Welcome to iRise Digital's email tutorial. In this video I'll be showing you how to access your email and some of the features that GoDaddy offers on their email service that you will not find on Yahoo or Gmail or any one of those free services that will work really well for your business. So let's go ahead and start by logging into our email account, and you will go to secure or login.secureserver.net. Disregard this index PHP, all that other stuff. This stuff gets added in. So if I were to say just type in login.secureserver.net like I have here, it will obviously bring me to the same exact page I was on. Alright, so if I have logged into this email account before, you'll see that the last email that was logged out of will be here. Now in a company like mine, we have 4 different people working. We have several different email accounts. So on this computer we have logged in several different users, and it will keep track of all the different users that we have here. So that's one really nice feature, that you don't have to retype in your email address every single time. So I'm going to select myself, and I'm going to enter my password. And we'll be in the account. So this works just like any online email service, Yahoo, Gmail, AOL. Like I said, it does offer a lot of features that are custom for business. You can customize your business, your email, and I will be showing you how to do that here. So you'll see the features that you normally see. You can check here on this email. You can delete it, forward it, reply. A nice feature if you're used to working with Microsoft Outlook, that you basically click on the email and you see a preview of the message. That can be enabled by clicking preview here, and it will load the message. And I have this screen kind of small for the screencast, but if I were to make this full screen, I'll be able to see more of this message. And then obviously you can scroll, read the message, and delete it right from here without ever having to go in there. Now if you double click on it, what will happen is you'll have another window open up with that message. Or actually, it will just open up within this window here, this section, but you won't be able to see all the other emails until you go back to click inbox on the side, and then you see the list of all the emails that you have received here. So the preview function, very nice, works just like Microsoft Outlook, and it gives you that email, or that preview of the email. Another nice feature I like to use is under settings. So if you go to personal settings, let's just take a look at, say, an email that I've sent in the past. So here's sent items, and the last email that I sent. So you can see that there's a header on the email, and I basically typed in this message, and then at the bottom here I have my signature. Now if you were to go into settings and go to personal settings, that's where you can set up both your images on the top, your signature. But before we get into that, you see it automatically goes to default security, this tab, and this is where you can change your password. Now a lot of times when I set up email accounts for you, I will give you a dummy password that you obviously want to change to something a little more personal. So this is where you would do that. I would advise you to do that initially before you actually start creating emails and sending emails out, so that you have your security of your own password there, not the, I generally use password as a password, which is not great, but this is where you were to change let's say this is the first time you signed in, you type in password here, which is that dummy email password, and then you would type in your new password there. So let's go up and click signature. Now signature is more than just the signature on the bottom. This allows you to customize your email, the images on the email. So when you first sign in, none of this information will be here. This is where you would type your signature in. You can add in links. So let's say if I wanted this to be a link, let's just add something here. Let's say http www dot, oh, too many W's, dot mywebsite.com. Now this doesn't automatically appear as a link if I were to highlight it. Maybe it does because I put the HTTP. But if I were to just put mywebsite.com, I can highlight it and then go to this little insert link. Insert hyperlink. And then it would put in the URL, and the title, this http mywebsite.com, is going to be derived by whatever you highlighted on the bottom. So let's say you put click here, and then you highlight the words click here. Click here would automatically appear where this title portion is, and then you would type in the link for that link, the URL for that link. Right now I do not want to insert this into my signature, so I will cancel and get rid of that because I don't want to change my signature. But here you go. One thing I do want to change is I don't want this space between the sincerely and my name, so I'll just go ahead and delete that. And I have this checked where it will automatically insert my signature into every email that I send out. So that's one really nice function that will save you some time. Here where it says letterhead, right now I only have one image. If we go back to that email that I had sent out, it has an image on the top but no images elsewhere. So right now you see that there is an image on the top. This is the name of the image, this is the size of the image, and I can actually take this image and repeat left to right and have it just go all the way across the screen. Now my image is 600 pixels wide. The nice thing about this is that, let's say, you know, most screens, especially when people see their emails in a mobile device, 600 pixels is a little bit wide, but not that wide where it will, you know, make everything look really, really weird. So if I have an image that's 600 pixels wide and I don't constrain the email to be the same size as the image, I'll end up with an image like this, and then I'll have words that go way past the sides of the image. So in order to make your emails look nice and consistent, what you would want to do is click here, check this, and it says match width of message text with bottom of and top images. So you would want to ensure that your top image and your bottom image have the same width. The height really isn't that important, but the width is, so that your image can appear to be very aligned, you know, within the same proportions as it is on the top than it is on the bottom. Another nice thing about this is, let's say you were doing a campaign where you are going to be sending out mass emails to a lot of different people, and you wanted to add coupons in there, where you can create a coupon in your image editor, Photoshop or Draw or whatever else you want to use to edit images, and bring that image into your email. So you can put it on either the left side, the right side, background, wherever you want to place that image. You want to place a coupon, you want to place a picture, maybe a map. If you want to put your business card, you can add anything that you want that's an image, you can add it in here. So this is really nice. Now I can preview what my image is going to, or my emails are going to look like by hitting the preview button, and you'll see that there's the header. If I had a left image or bottom image or even a right image here, then on your preview you would see the images on the right, the left, the background, wherever we had selected. So right now I'm just going to close this out. Really nice function with the GoDaddy email. You can play around with all these other settings. I don't really use too many of these other settings. You can go into it, auto replies. Let's say you're out of the office, you can set up an auto reply, you know, I'm out, or we're closed, or whatever message you want to add in there, you can do that here. One of the great functions about this is that if you're used to Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft Outlook has a calendar sort of built into the whole system there. So one of the great things is that right into your email you can click the calendar, for those of you that I have set up a calendar for, and you can view your calendar. Some of you may have a single calendar and some of you may have group calendars. Now my organization uses group calendars. We did have a issue in the past where one person didn't know what the other person was doing. Appointments were being scheduled. No one knew exactly what time it was. We had to keep going back to the emails and saying, well, what time was this or what time was that? And this function allows you to basically synchronize everyone's calendar. So for those of you that have only one calendar, you'll see just this option here. For those of you that have group calendars, you'll see two options. You'll see a personal calendar and you'll also see a group calendar. So if I wanted to see this calendar, what it would look like for the month, I click here on the month and it shows my appointments there. If I don't want to see my group calendar, I can unselect it and all my appointments for the group will be gone. If I want to show them again, I just click that there. And my appointments show up here. Now you would see more in detail if my window was zoomed a little bit bigger. It would have actually the event, the time, so on and so forth. You can forward, go through month. If I wanted to create an event, let's say for today, I can go ahead and click on today, add an event, and then fill in all the information here, the time, the date, so on and so forth. If I wanted to have this just my own personal event, then it would be there. I can switch calendars and I can create an event for the entire group by changing the calendar up here if you have more than one calendar. Add in the title, the location. If you want to invite basically everyone from your company, you can go to the group, you can select the group. I want to select everyone in my iRise Digital group, and I want to select all members, add them, and now every single one of my group members have been invited to this event. Very nice. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.